Amma ba'd. First of all, when we talk about the struggles of Rasulullah, there are two surahs in the Quran that describe to us the struggles that he went through and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him over there. And one surah is Surah Duha, وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. That's one surah. And the next surah after that, the second surah, أَلَمْ نَشْرَحْ لَكَ صَدْرَكَ وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ. So these two surahs Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad to make it, to show that Allah loves him, and the part of the struggles are a way to teach a lesson, a learning, something to acquire in that perspective. Jazakallah. So the first thing to understand is that, here's my question, pop quiz for you, first thing. How much does Allah love Rasulullah? How much does Allah love Rasulullah? Jazakallah. How much does he love him? What's an answer? If somebody asks you this question, how much does Allah Jalla Jalaluhu Amma Nawalu, the creator, the master of the universe, the Khaliq, the Malik, the Razik, how much he loved Rasulullah? What answer would you give? Allah made the world and other thing for him, yes. But how much does he love? We cannot measure. Maybe. I mean, you can measure. Does he love him more than all the other prophets of Allah? Does he love him more than Adam, Ibrahim, Nuh? Yes, very good. Yes, he's right. He loves him more than... There's a proof for that. I'm not talking in fiction. There is a proof. Allah loves Rasulullah more than the other prophets. And he loves... If he loves Rasulullah more than other prophets, then regular human being, they're not in any count. What's the proof that Allah loves Rasulullah the most? What's the proof? Who can tell me? Answer is very simple. But I'm trying to investigate your intellect, your brain, trying to pick your brain. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Musa a.s. was Kalimullah also. Isa a.s., he went all the way up. So?
Last prophet?
Huh?
Because he was the last prophet?
Last prophet doesn't show that he loves him the most, yeah? Yeah, he's Habibullah, he said also. But Habibullah is there and Kalimullah is there too. Tested all the prophets. Ahsant. Bingo! This water for you, Habibi, cries. Rabbar ka water cooler aapka hua. Bachpan se hum ye sunte aaye. Right. He said, tell them again in Arabic, I'll translate for them. He said, Jama ismahu ma'allah. The biggest proof that how much Allah loves our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as the brother said, Jama ismahu ma'allah. He joined the name of Muhammad. Even saying this gives me goosebumps. It makes me shiver. Yani kab-kabhi aadi jab main ye cheez bol raha ho to sochein aap. He joined, Allah joined his name with Muhammad sallallahu. La ilaha illallah. Is it enough? Is it complete? Incomplete. Incomplete. Anyone say La ilaha illallah? Incomplete. When does La ilaha illallah become complete? Muhammad Rasulullah. Ki Muhammad se wafa tune to hum tere hai. Lauh qalam kya hai cheez? Ye jahan. Nahi. Ye jahan. Urdu mein thoda gadbad. Today is 14 August, so we can speak Urdu. What happened on 14 August? The country that will defeat the enemy of Islam was created on 14 August. This is what all the hadiths give a sign of, inshallah. So the translation of the poetry that I said is from Dr. Allama Iqbal, Dr. Allama Iqbal rahimahullah, from the poet of the East, from India, Pakistan area. He said, कि मोहम्मद से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे. If you are loyal to Muhammad sallam, then Allah is yours. Allah is with you. And because you are loyal to Muhammad sallam, the next part he said that what is this world? This world means nothing. If you love Muhammad sallam, Allah is saying this world is nothing. I'll give you this world and extra. What is extra? He will give us the pen and the ink. So we write our own destiny. Taqdeer. Very big, deep. Think about this. Allah joined His name with Rasulullah's name. Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah. Muhammad Rasulullah. No other kalima was there for Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ismail alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, Israel alayhi salam, Yaqub, Yusuf, all Ezekiel, Yunus. هذا شرف لنا. This is a big honor. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Because if Allah loves Rasul sallam the most and more than all Anbiya, then why He make His Habib, as you said, Habibullah, why He make His Habib, alayhi salam, struggle? When you love someone, you want to pamper them. Am I right? You love your children, yes or no? Can you see your child in taklif, in karb, in pain? Your child crying. Can you say, oh, let him cry? You love your child. What do you do for your child? My baby. Pamper them. You know, pamper, not the diaper pamper. Don't bring that. By pamper, I mean in Arabic, you support them, you provide the best for them, you make sure they don't have any pain, any suffering. Am I right? When you love your son and daughter so much, what do parents do? They always say, be careful, beta, be careful, you're going outside, make sure, come back early, don't be outside, something might happen to you. You know, this is how parents are. Why? Because you love someone. In that same philosophy, the philosophy of love, I'm asking, if Allah loves Rasul the most, then why He suffer? Why the pain? Why the struggle? Should have been a bed of roses. Habib, we love you so much. I put your name with my name. Here, your life is a bed of roses. Why? Because of us, make an example. Yes, role model, example. That's one answer. Huh? To choose to be Abdan Shakura. Yes, he wants to be thankful. What else? Huh? More life? Oh, no one is above his life. That's all answer. By the way, all these answers are correct, don't take me wrong, but it's not the main answer. Think higher, go deeper. He just said that, test. Yes, he's Rahmatul Alameen, yes. But still, why is he going through trouble? Why is he going through hardship? Why he's suffering pain? The answer is very simple. That's what he said, we learn, but that is also one part of the answer. Yes, we learn, but there is something more. We could have said something. If he had a life bed of roses, what would we have said to Rasul? Think about it. Yeah, it's so easy for you. You don't know pain. No pain, no gain. Am I right? Are you getting my point? If Rasul had no pain, no suffering, no struggle in his life full of bed of roses, we going through struggle, we going through suffering. We say, what does Rasul know about suffering? Hum to pisne, hum mar rahe, hum jal rahe. He has a nice, easy life. So the one who came to teach us the deen, the one who came to give us La ilaha illallah, Allah put him, despite loving him so much, Allah put him through the maximum struggle. Can any one of us, including myself, ever claim that my life is more miserable than Rasulullah's life? Can we say that? We can never say that. Because he, like you mentioned earlier, some of it, Allah made him an example. Example of everything. Role model of everything. But the biggest example Allah made of him, no one can point a finger, Ya Rasulullah, you cannot feel my pain. It's the opposite. We cannot feel his pain. Can you feel his pain? No. What he went through, can you feel that? I just give you a small example. A very famous hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, narrated by our... Every time I read this hadith, it makes me cry. I can't even say. Very famous hadith. May Allah help me. Aisha Ridwana, she narrated, one time Rasulullah Sallam was in the house, and you know, there's not bed, but charpai. Charpai ko kya kehenge? Palang, charpai. It's not a bed, but it's, you know, like that kind of cot, maybe cot, right? They used, back home in India, Pakistan, we have this charpai. It's like a wooden, you know, wood. It's not a bed. The bed that we have in America, that is bed. This is like a wooden cot, and you have inside, you have like nylon or rope in there, right? So there's like a charpai. Aisha Siddiqa, she says, I come from the kitchen and I see Rasulullah on the charpai, half head down, like this, you know, he's like this, and half leg over here. She said, what happened, Ya Rasulullah? Shocked. You know, I can physically show you to do, like he's like this. So his head is down, and his stomach is on this wood, you know, the wood of the charpa. His stomach is over there, like this. And his leg and his thighs are here, and his head is down. So she got scared, she got worried. You know, I think this hadith shows us the maximum of his struggle that he went through. So she said, Ya Rasulullah, what happened? Are you okay? Now the next words are the one that makes everyone cry. Rasulullah said, Ya Aisha, I'm very hungry. The hunger in my stomach is so extreme, it's giving me pain. दर्द हो रहा है आयशा बहुत भूखा हूं पेट में दर्द हो रहा है we haven't tasted hunger कभी हम भूखे रहे इस तरह So he says, Aisha, I'm very hungry. And the pain in my stomach is so hard, I can't bear. So I'm pressing my stomach with this lakdi, with this wood. इस लकड़ी से पेट को दबा रहा हूं. So, what he's saying is, I can't bear the pain of hunger. In English, they call this the pangs of hunger. You can Google it, search. Do a ChatGPT Google search. Pangs. Can you give me this? The pangs of hunger. We haven't gone through ever. भूख होती क्या चीज़ है हमें तो पता ही नहीं है. ना हमने कभी अपने मुल्क में देखा ना इस मुल्क में देखा. Has anyone faced this kind of hunger? Has any one of us faced this hunger? When you have so much hunger and you have to press your stomach. I asked a medical doctor, physician, Dr. Saab, tell me, when the stomach has hunger and there's a lot of pain, why do we press it? And why do we press it? So the doctor told me, when you press your stomach, if it's hungry and it's a lot of pain, when you press your stomach, it presses on the neurons, the sensors in the stomach, which are sending signal to the brain of the pain. So the pain sensors, right, they go, I was talking of Dr. Saab, Dr. Saab ki. Very good. So mashallah, lambi umar hai aapki. So when you press the stomach like this, it stops the pain signals. Subhanallah, when I asked this doctor this thing, I said, now I know why he was lying on the charpai, on the palang, on the cot. Why he was lying like this? Because he had nothing to press his stomach. He said, if I lie like this, my stomach will be pressed. At least the pain will go away temporarily. So he said, oh Aisha, hunger is bothering me. But look at the humbleness. Look at the humbleness and humility of Rasulullah. Did he say, Aisha, bring me food? Because the narrator of this hadith is his wife, Aisha Siddiqatan. She was in the house, maybe somewhere, bathroom or kitchen or somewhere. She came and said, oh, what are you doing? What is this? You're like this, lying half down. And she began crying, saying, we have nothing, Ya Rasulullah, in the house. Every time I open the fridge, I remember this hadith. Our fridge at home, is it empty? Ask yourself, is our fridge empty? My and your Prophet did not even have a fridge in his home. Alhamdulillah, we have a fridge. Alhamdulillah, we have a fridge. Why do we have a fridge? To preserve food. The day I learned this hadith from my ustad, from my sheikh in Islamic University Islamabad, I have not been able to control my tears. And our ustad Muhtaram, who was teaching this hadith, all the students, 50 of us in that class, we all were crying. And ustad was crying. We couldn't, because our ustad said, we're learning this in Pakistan. There is already poverty in Pakistan. Our ustad, he didn't even have a car. He used to come on bicycle. And he's saying, our ustad is saying, who has a bicycle, he says, मुझे शर्म आती है ये हदीस पढ़ते हुए कि मेरे घर में 2 वक्त का खाना है और हमारे नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के घर में 1 वक्त का भी खाना नहीं. In other words, our teacher was saying that I am feeling shy and embarrassed to read this hadith that our Rasulullah doesn't even have 1 meal in his house, and we have at least 2 meals in our house every day. He was feeling embarrassed. He's saying, we have not faced a single iota of the pain that he has gone through. And out of all the pains, Taif pain, this pain, that pain, this pain, I always remember, because he said to us, the teacher in the class, कि रसूल संग जितने भी तकलीफ थी, ये तकलीफ घर के अंदर थी, जो किसी को नहीं पता. Did he go outside telling people, he has Umar ibn Khattab, he has Abu Bakr over there, he has Usman over there. He's not telling anybody, hey guys, I'm hungry, bhook lagi hai. He is just doing bardash, sabr. And he's not even telling his wife, Aisha, Aisha, I'm hungry, bring something. Think I'm addressing, I know the wives downstairs, those sisters will be very happy what I'm about to say. I'm addressing all the husbands. Sare shohron se mukhatib kar. When you come hungry at home, and your wife says that I'm very sorry, I didn't cook anything, there's nothing to cook. Do you get angry and upset and start shouting and screaming?
Of course not.
Only you maybe. Next time, before you complain to your wife, next time before you lose your temper on your wife, remember this hadith of Rasulullah. When you come home, oh, khane ko kya hai? Kuch nahi. Calm down, relax. Your and my Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, didn't even say to Aisha, he is sitting, he's pressing his stomach on the bed, on the cot, because he says, I want to be patient. I don't want to complain to my wife even. And I don't want to even demand from my wife. Now again, sisters, please don't take this hadith wrong. Oh, Imam Sahib said, okay, no need to food. So now every day you're not cooking. Balance should be there. So it's very important to understand why I started with this hadith is before we lose our temper. You know, in husband-wife relationship, there's always upset going on. There's always fighting going on. I mean, no husband-wife can claim I don't fight, even including myself. Anybody here? Raise your hand. Who doesn't fight with his wife?
The one who's not married.
Ahsant. That's why he's not married. The brother gave answer, the one who's not married, he doesn't fight with his wife, which is technically correct. In fact, that's another problem. I met a few brothers, they're 30, 32-year-old, and their fathers told me, Imam sir, please counsel them, tell them to get married. I said, brothers, why don't you get married? You're 32, 33, 30. Brother, I want sukoon in my life. All of my friends who married, they have base sukoon. Always chick, fighting going. I said, that's part of life. Isme maza aata hai. You learn. Maza aata hai ki nahi, Najib bhai? Yeah. So what is important to learn from this hadith of Rasulullah is, yes, Allah loves Rasulullah the most, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him go through the most of suffering to teach me and you a lesson that you dare raise your hand or finger against him. So the first lesson we learn is that he has established a benchmark, a threshold. No matter how much my taklif, no matter what pain we are going through, no matter what hardship we're going through. A lot of times people come to me and they're crying, they say, Imam, tell me something, how can I calm myself, counsel me, how can I help myself, I'm going through so much hardship, I'm going through so much trouble. I said, read the seerah. Just read the seerah of Rasulullah. Read some incident, read some event from his life, read any hadith, anything that happened where he was suffering, you will forget your suffering. Wallah Azim, we'll forget our suffering if we just read the suffering that Rasulullah went through. He went through this for me and you. He went through all this ordeal so that we cannot say that my suffering, my pain is bigger than Rasulullah's pain. Can anyone in this room claim that my life, the suffering in my life, the pain in my life is more than Muhammad's pain? We can't do that. Not even the poorest person. Even the faqir, fuqara, masakin in the Muslim countries or in third world countries, what pain they're going through, even they cannot claim that my pain and suffering is bigger than Muhammad. Allah made him go through the struggle and hardship as a benchmark, threshold. This is the bar. You can never go over the bar. The bar is so high set that our pain and suffering cannot go. So lesson number one that we learn, sabr and shukr. Gratitude and thankfulness. Lesson number two that we learn is that when we are in pain, when we are feeling the pain in life, whatever, whether you lost a job, lost a loved one, or you have a problem in your house, there's a lot of domestic issues, whatever pain you're going through, find a corner in your house, go in the corner and start reading and learning of any incident of Rasulullah, and you will forget your suffering, your pain. It's a tranquilizer. Better than medicine. It will tranquilize your brain that look, मैं किस चीज पे रो रहा हूं? मेरे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम तो मुझसे ज्यादा तकलीफ में गुजरे. What am I crying about? My prophet went through more pain than I am. You feel your pain becomes calm, soothing. And the struggle is there. Let's begin the life. I know time is up, but I just want to, we'll do part 2 of this 2 weeks later. Next week another speaker is coming. I want to end with this thing. His life started with suffering. The day he's born, he's what? Yatim, orphan. Suffering number 1. No baba. Some people become yatim when they're 4, 5-year-old, 6, at least they saw baba. They have some memory. I know my father looked like this. I know my father was like. He has no image of his dad. Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. No image, no recollection. So the day he's coming in the dunya, his beginning in life is starting with what? Suffering. Lost his father. Then, few years later, lost who? Mother. 2 of the most important people in your life, gone. How many brothers and sisters did Rasulullah have? Come on, give me 1, 2. Yeah, you're looking at me as if you want to give me a number. 0. Suffering number 3, people don't realize this. How many of you don't have any brother and sister? Kaun hai iklauta? You kehte hain iklauta, one. Who's one in their family? Oh, almost all of you. You know why? Because when you have siblings, when you have a brother and sister, what does that give you? Support. What else? Pleasure. Good. Support, pleasure. What else? Competition. Healthy competition. What else? Companionship. Don't you play with your brother and sister? Or keep fighting all the time? When you're young and small, you're playing, right? Bhai behin hote hain. When you have brother and sister, you're playing around. Camaraderie, support, friendship, environment, sohbah. The one who's alone in his house, he has no brother and sister to play. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Always blaming his father, mother. Where's my brother? Where's my sister? Father, mother say, oh, we're done. No more. That's another day's story. You see what I'm trying to say? Suffering number 1, Allah took away father. Suffering number 2, few years, Allah took away his mother. Nobody there. Any brother, sister to play with? No. Suffering number 4, his grandfather. Allah took that away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life has begun on suffering. Life has begun not on a high note, on a low note. Why? Because Allah was preparing him for the struggles of nubuwwah, prophethood. Suffering number 6? 5. No. 6? 5. Suffering number 5, his uncle, Abu Talib, now responsible for him. What was the biggest hardship with Abu Talib? Had a lot of children, not enough income. Those families where they have a lot of children, but the father has not enough income, the children, I don't say children suffer, but the children have very limited means. I know this very well because I come from a very large family. My grandfather, Dada, my grandfather had 13 children. 13, my grandfather. So don't take it easy, huh? And he was a jailer, by the way, in India. Jailer, like the one who keeps prisons. So that's why I have some genes, DNA coming. That's why on Friday when I say no more phone ring, that's why phone didn't ring today, 13 children, he was a jailer, he didn't even have a bicycle. He used to walk to his work. 13 children he has to feed. My father was the eldest. He told my father, you can't continue your education. I need help. You have so many brothers and sisters. Help me. So my father tells us the story at home. I'm not mentioning my story of my family to impress anybody, but just to show you what suffering is in a large family. Because Abu Talib went through this also. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in the house of Abu Talib, and Abu Talib has Ali and all his brothers and sisters. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's not his brothers and sisters, it's his cousins. So he's going through hardship. So my father says that there will be days in our house when we will be sitting, they all sit, this is back in India, they're all sitting on the floor, on the ground, and you have these small steel plates, and our dadi, our grandmother, she would put only in there water, some salt, and bread. This is it. This is your lunch. Eat. Because he has only few rupees salary, and he has to feed 13 kids. But my father and father's brother and sister, no one say oof. Because why? He's a jailer. Keep that in mind. That's why I told you the story. Because if they open their mouth, complain, you know what's coming. Days would go like this. They would say, some days we will not see meat for weeks. So it's not easy. Especially for us living in America. We don't know what suffering is. We came here for a better pasture, better greener pasture, better living, right? That's where we left our countries. Economic strife was there. We came here. Suffering teaches a big lesson of sustainability, consistency, and the most important, suffering teaches us adaptability. You have to adapt to the situation. If this is all you have to eat, water and some bread and salt, you got to make it do. You got to make it do. You can't complain about it, but you work hard. Long story short, all my uncles and my father later on in life, Allah bless, because of the sabr in young days, Allah bless all of them. They all went to Middle East, Gulf, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and they all had a better life in their career life. Allah blessed the patience of young age. The reason I mention this, because this is mentioned in the hadith, in riwayat, that Rasulullah ﷺ would be in the house of Abu Talib. Rasulullah would be always on the side. When the food will come, the food came, the dish came on the table, the children of Abu Talib would rush to the food. Food, and they're all eating over there. And where is Muhammad ﷺ? On the side over there. Later on in life, Rasulullah once mentioned to the Sahaba in Masjid Nabawi that when I remember, because you remember your childhood memories. So he was sitting with Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. He said, I still remember the day when food will be served in my uncle Abu Talib's house, and I will be standing in the corner waiting patiently for my, not brothers and sisters, my cousins. Let them eat first. Let them eat their belly full first. What's left, then I'll eat. This hadith also makes me cry many times. Because he said at the end, that I am standing on the far side. When they're finished and they moved, I would come. Some days I'll get kuch bacha hua hoga. Something is, leftovers. Wallahi, I get so upset, so mad in restaurants when I see people leave food on their table and they're Muhammad la 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 Rasulullah. They say that. How can you leave food on the table in a restaurant and waste it and throw it? When your Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not even get to eat leftovers someday. He says that I would come and see whatever's left over I eat, and there will be some days when there's no leftover. So he said, I would just drink water. Drink water. You know why you drink water when you are hungry and an empty stomach? Anybody tried that? This water. Yeah, time okay? Yes. Why you drink water? What does it do? Ask a nutritionist. Nutritionists tell you. See, in our stomach there are certain enzymes that release. Those enzymes, they tell you, hungry, so you start looking for food. Right? If you have no hunger in the stomach, you don't look for food. Doesn't come to your mind. When does your mind come? I have to look for food when your stomach starts giving you a signal. Hungry. So those enzymes are released. The hormones are released. The stomach is full of that. Waiting. Something's going to come. Something will come. Nothing comes. You put water. It dilutes those enzymes. It pacifies those enzymes. Next time you're hungry, very hungry, experiment this. Try this. Drink of 1 bottle, 2 bottles of water. For a few minutes, you'll forget hunger. I did it. I tried it many times. Just to experience what Rasulullah went through. And that is why you see the sunnah of Rasulullah. He said, when you come to eat food, like food is going to be served now, right? He said, when you come to eat food, first drink water, then food. We do the opposite. We eat food first, and then we drink the water. Sometimes we don't even drink water. Soda, give me black soda, white soda. We are killing our stomach. The sunnah, Tibet Nabawi, the prophetic medicine is teaching us how to keep your body healthy. When you're getting to eat food, first drink water. Why? Because the water goes inside, pacifies the enzyme, takes some space up in the stomach, so you will eat little. If you don't drink water in the beginning, you will eat a lot. And so that is why it's very important to understand that these incidences that Rasulullah went through in his young child life was preparing him. If he did not go through this all, being yateen, being away from mom and dad, no brother, no sister, no sibling, if he didn't go through this, then when he became a prophet and Allah put so many hardship on him, he would not have been to bear. So the conclusion, and I end with this, that the lesson, the biggest lesson from the struggles of Rasulullah we learn is capacity building. Build your capacity. Let the pressure come. Let the burden of life come. Let the problems come in life. Let the hardship come. You expand your capacity. Bigger and bigger and bigger. Because what does Allah say in Surah Baqarah? لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not put a burden on a person bigger than their capacity. But we don't know what our capacity is. Allah knows what our capacity is. हमारी तो बस हो जाती. But Allah is saying, in this ayah, Allah is saying, increase your capacity, build your capacity, learn from Rasulullah incidences, learn from the Sahaba, Hayadusa, so you build your capacity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins, may Allah forgive our shortcomings, may Allah give us the tawfiq to learn from the struggles of Rasulullah. May Allah save us and protect us from all pain and all sufferings. May Allah never test us bigger than our capacity. May Allah never put us in any test, in any azmaish, in any imtihan bigger than we can bear. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, have mercy upon us, have mercy on the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and mercy on the Muslimin, Ya Rabbil Alameen, wa akhna Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam. Inshallah, let's start the dinner, inshallah. Keep in the dinner this hadith in your mind, inshallah. Yeah. Ah. You're right. Yes.
I learned a new word tonight. I learned a new word tonight.
Oh, yeah? You want to make this issue here on the window. You want to design this thing. You can also do this. The brother said he wants to make this and put it up here on the window. He's a calligraphy artist.